if you're new here, which I'm going to assume a lot are, or not, my name is Ted Neum. I am a Philadelphia-based food and beverage photographer. I also do portraiture, as you can see in my back screen. Hold on. Obviously, gotta drink coffee. I've been teaching myself videography, and so I feel like I finally figured out have a light sub that I like, having like a beauty dish on the side to my right, and I switched to a silver reflector to give a little bit of fill around here instead of a black fill, negative fill, because then it would have made this a little too moody, and this talking headshot video is not supposed to be moody. So for this video, I spent some time, basically like a weekend with the 24-70 on my R5 Mark II. My R5 Mark II is in a cage, which I need to take it out soon because I'm just probably gonna do stills later. But I primarily use this lens just yesterday to do a portraiture shoot of Chef Jacob Trin at Little Fish yesterday morning. Ideally, I got this lens because I wanted to use it mostly for video because it has image stabilization, but because Little Fish is a very tight space, I only brought my 24-70, the R5 II, and the 50mm, so I wanted to go a little bit lighter with my camera and camera lens setup. I brought three lenses. Not three lights. And side note, if you notice me looking down, my screen is on the floor. My iPad attached to my DJI SDRs. I should really get like a stand to have the iPad right next to my camera when I do this. Future purchase at some point. So yeah, as you can see in my back screen, I was taking pictures of Jacob at Little Fish. It's a very small restaurant, BYOB. If you're in Philadelphia area or in this region, definitely go put Little Fish on your itinerary. It's a really good seafood spot. I'm not paid. This portraiture work was spec work because I'm experimenting with my lighting for my portraiture and also posing, so I could do more portraiture work as well as my food and beverage, and hopefully video work too. As I might have mentioned, I've been self-teaching myself videography, going through YouTube, scouring the internet on how to shoot it, edit. The things I'm working on is also trying to learn is using camera motion to help tell a story. But before, it was just with my prawns and the fact that I drink so much coffee that I'm always jittery, so my camera always shakes, and I don't want to carry around the gimbal all the time. So that's a big reason why I did go for the 24-70 is because it has image stabilization. I won't have to swap my lenses too much because it's a very wide range. Because I honestly, most of my work is just like 35, 50, and 85. But this is just as 24-70, so if this was 24-85, that would have been awesome. But also f2. That would have been a great. That would have been a great lens. I know lens manufacturers go crazy with shorter focal lengths, like 24-50 for like Sony, which is, if that's your range for video, that's actually kind of perfect. But for photo, 24-85 zoom would have been awesome, in my personal opinion. At f2. That's the one thing I did. That is kind of a negative. That this is an f2.8. Because I do a lot of work in bars and it's darker in there. It's just having f2 or lower would have been so nice. But I'm assuming if it was f2, like that 28-70 f2, this would be massive and heavy and expensive. So that's also a reason why I did not go with the 28-70 f2. It's because it's expensive, it's heavy, much larger than this. The filter size is, I think, 92 millimeters or 95. I could be wrong, but it's over 90. And this one is at 82, which is already quite large. So, yeah, that's why I went with the 24-70. It's not a bad lens. It's just so, I wouldn't say terrible. It's very clinical. Every company's 24-70 is pretty much the same. It's very versatile. The colors pop. The image is sharp. The book, there's not too much character in it across the board, but you just can't deny the versatility in IS in this one. When I had the 24-70 when I was shooting the DSLR, I only kept it for like a couple months. Then I sold it, and I think after that I started shooting primes and just stayed with primes. But the images, well, with that one, the EF 24-70, it wasn't texture. It was kind of soft. But looking for like these images, like here, it is very sharp, even at 2.8. This is gonna be kind of weird, but maybe I should insert the picture in this video. But Jacob is pretty much sharp. Actually, he is pretty sharp. I try not to use additional sharpening in my post-processing. I try to keep my editing as simple as possible because I don't like editing across the board, whether it's video or still photography. I just try to do simple edits so I could just make it as close as how I photographed it. Because in food, if you do really crazy editing away from just tweaking the colors and that sort, it makes it kind of weird. You know, I'd rather people see the food as it is, or how it was shot, or more like when they get to the place, it says they seen it in the photographs. So it's not like super avant-garde. I don't like Dutch angles. I don't like any of that stuff. I try to keep it where when someone comes into a place, they see and be like, oh, yeah, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like in person, but it looks just like what I saw in the photographs. And my mom just flushed. Definitely need a different space. But anyway, foils of being home. Anyway, so yeah, that's this lens. It's a good lens if you're in the market for it and you need the image stabilization and you got the money and if you're considering the 24-70, it's a good purchase. I would obviously not use it all the time. I'm probably just gonna gravitate back to my primes to shoot with, but for video and that sort, image stabilization has come in clutch. I did see some footage with my shaky ass arms. It did save my ass with image stabilization. Even though the RF24 does have in-body image stabilization, it's not it's not as great as like Lumix's, which I'm like, Lumix is killing it right now. Like with this, it's S1 II. I was like, how does it have open gate, like 10 stops of IBIS, and IBIS that's like super amazing. Like, come on, Canon, come on, well, Sony. I'm just using the Sony FX3 for video right now. But I'm like, come on, top dog brands, get in on this. But I'm not gonna switch over to Panasonic. I don't know if Profoto supports their cameras, and I already switched over to Canon last year or in the summer. I'm not switching again. I'm planning to get the C80, but I'm like, come on, Canon, give us open gate, give us way better image stabilization in your cameras. Like the R6 III Mark III is still rumored, but like, can it be open gate? Can it have 10 stops of IBIS like Panasonic? That would be pretty sick. But apparently Sony and Canon do not want to give open gate to their cameras. And the S1 II is like, what? $2,600? Sick. So whoever's in Panasonic, the Lumix camper ready, props to you. Ultimately, every single camera does a good job. It does an amazing job, especially cameras after 2015. Especially for photos. I think the technology for photos has already way peaked, like in the 2020s. Sony's A9 III's global shutter is definitely a highlight, but it does have its deficits. Its ISO range is only from like 200 up, which is not that great for some people. For me, it doesn't. I don't really care. I'm usually. I mean, I wouldn't probably use it because I'm more of a studio photographer, but having the global shutter and all that stuff, it's like I feel like that's the last innovation in the photo space. In terms of video, I feel like we hit the plateau, so I feel like every new camera after 2025. Sorry, I got mucus in my throat. Every camera after 2025, it's even with Lumix's BIOS upgrade with the S1 II, with the open gate and intensely amazing IBIS, color science, and all these video functionalities in it. I think we're just gonna see incremental updates. Nothing really like mind-blowing or shattering, which is probably why you see on the internet people are crying about how Sony and Canon are dropping the ball because Panasonic is doing yada 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 at such an amazing price point. It's because it's like iPhones. I think after like 2012, every single iPhone has been, or a smartphone in general, has been pretty much the same. Little incremental updates that don't really matter too much, but it's just nice to have. And that's how I feel with cameras. Is these upgrade cycles is becoming like the smartphones, where it's very incremental. You could decide whether or not you really need the new such and such. But if you're starting from like a small low end camera and you're jumping in, yeah, it's great. But if you already have I doubt I'll get the R5 Mark III if it should it be announced to come out in the next 5 years, unless it has open gate. If it had open gate, I would strongly consider it. I'm hoping AI does not kill our jobs at that point. I know we should adapt and use it in our workflow, but do you know with AI, the data centers, how much resources is being used just to power and maintain those facilities. And what are the two top things that we can't live without? Oxygen and water. And fresh water has already been dwindling, and it's why Nestle has such a stranglehold in the freshwater market. It's a dwindling resource, and that corporation knows they're going to make bank. They're making bank, so don't take fresh water for... Don't take your access to fresh water lightly. It's you know, it's a dwindling resource. No matter how much desalination is out there, that's a very intense process just to make salt water into fresh water. And I can't tell you how. I've never tasted it, but I'm not exactly sure it's very drinkable. But if we had to, that'd be rough. But anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping AI does not kill all our creative jobs in the next 5-10 years. So yeah, so I don't, if there's an R5 III with open gate with a much better IBIS, I would definitely consider adding that to my kit and have the R5 II as my backup camera. So for now, I just have my R5 II as my still, mostly my still, but also video camera, and my FX3 as my video sensor camera. But I am planning to trade in my Sony kit so I could get all in Canon, so I could get the C80. I do want a dedicated video camera. That I know for sure. The thing I like about the FX, I know that I'm rambling, and the video is supposed to be about having the 24-70. But so yeah, I'll just leave the thoughts of trading in the Sony set for the C80 for another video. Probably closer to the time when I actually do get the C80. I'm hoping to get it by November, to be honest. I'm not too sure. I'm wondering how the tariffs and all this stuff is going to affect its pricing. Brandon from Alan's camera tells me you're probably going to estimate about 10 to 12% increase, which I did the math the other day. It's about $500-600 more. So yeah, if I want to see how much it's going to cost. Apparently there might be a sale coming on the cameras in the next month or so, but we will see. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the 24-70. It's a good lens. I mean, a great lens. Very versatile. Would I use it all the time? Not so sure. Probably mostly with video in well-lit situations. If it's darker, like in a bar or something, I'm gonna have to use one of my primes that are f1.4 because the 2.8 is just it's just too dark. Unless I bump up the ISO to over 4000. But yeah, overall, if you're in the market for it and you have the money, 24-70 is a good choice to get if you need that versatility and the image stabilization. So yeah, I'm gonna add some clips to this video so you can see for yourself, and maybe some stills from the shoot with Jacob, so you can see how I get some examples from this lens. All right, I gotta charge my batteries because they're about to die. All right.
Thanks for showing me what love can do. Brought me into two, should never believed you. When you saw your love like it's your dream. Moved out of the blue, nothing to lose. Then I still hear your voice. All through the night, you're still calling my name.
This is the place. Tina.
Hey, Ted.
What's up, Frankie?
Oh, you go! Sorry that I broke your heart. Be good, man. Be good.
Stop the battle within your soul.
Visual evidence of this Broncos in Eagles territory.
Being sad doesn't make you smart. Seems your heart just needs a fresh start.
Good. My headphones like this.
Or are they pizza snobs?
No, not at all. They just. I was worried that they wouldn't like it. It's typical. They get like.
We can make it, we can take it easy. Is this reality? We choose what we see. Close your eyes. Is it just you? Still proud to go. All your enemies, you keep trying to hide. They don't exist outside of your mind. High, high, higher than the rest. Far from all the voices telling us we can't. High, high, higher than the we can make it, we can take it easy. Is this reality? We choose what we see.
No, I'll put it on blast. So Brian knows not to give me the survey first.
You ever do that? You ever like make it tomorrow?
Sounds kind of interesting.
Close that are done that we use black representative. Yeah. Unfortunately, like.